Dee, are you there? Please, I promise to let you live at your family's house again if you will just please take care of your mom. I can't stand living with her anymore. Whoa, Lauren, where is this all coming from all of a sudden? Are you not getting along with my mom? You've heard from your brother about how your mom is starting to show signs of dementia, right? Well, lately those signs have been getting really, really bad, and I just don't know what to do, but I can't stand having to take care of her now. Yes, of course I knew that Mom was starting to go like that, but I didn't realize that it had been getting worse. I really am at my limit already. Please, you have to come back and take care of her. I mean, you're her real daughter, not me. You should have been doing this from the start. I understand what you're saying, but you and my brother said you would live with my parents, right? I remember you saying how much you loved their house and how happy you would be to get to stay there. So then we all talked about it, I had to move out, and you and Marcus started living there instead. I know that, but, well, it wasn't like we were trying to kick you out. I just thought you could benefit a lot from living on your own. Well, I think you know very well that I never really wanted to move out, but you kept insisting and I finally caved. I didn't want to make things bad between you and my family or us, so that's why I agreed to it. But we all talked about it, remember? My mom said that whomever took care of her would get the house when she passed on. I know, but still. And the deal was basically that you and my brother would get the house, but only in exchange for the hard work of taking care of an elderly woman. Didn't my mom even have you two sign an agreement making that all clear? Did you not realize what you were getting yourself into? I'm sorry, Lauren, but that was pretty irresponsible of you. Yes, I know it was irresponsible. I realize that now, thank you. I was being selfish and I'm sorry, but I am seriously at my limits. So, now that we understand each other, can you please help me out of this mess? Have you talked about this with my brother at all? Because I think he'll be harder to convince. Yeah, I talked to him about it, but he just said that we have to grit our teeth and bear it, but he did say that he'd only be okay with it if you agreed to take our place. I really just don't know what to do with the two of you, but okay, if I'm going to move in and take care of my mom, then you realize that means you two won't get the house, right? So if you're okay with that, then I can move in and take your place. I really, really don't want to be doing this, but I just can't stand the situation any longer. I'll talk to your mom about who'll get the house, though. I just didn't think that taking care of her would be so difficult. Well, okay then, I guess I'll make some arrangements so I can move back there then. Do you think you could send me some more information on how my mom is doing? I just want to make sure to bring everything I'll need to take care of her. Yes, of course I can do this. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much help you're giving us. I'll call Marcus right away. Oh man, it feels so good to finally be free. Thank you, Dee. Hey, Marcus, are you there? I was just wondering if you had arranged all you need to for the funeral. You two are going to be able to make it to that this weekend, right?
Dee, I'm really sorry about this, but we decided that we're not going to go to a funeral, so thanks for reaching out, but yeah.
Wait, you mean you're not going to even go to our mom's funeral?
I just think it would be a waste of money to go all the way there. And it's not like I even got all that much from Mum's will. So I'm not about to just waste what little I did get just to go to a funeral. I mean, soon she'll be cremated and in an urn anyways.
But Marcus, you can't miss this. This is our mom. I can't believe that you're not going to come.
Well, it's not like Mum even had that many friends to begin with, you know, so I doubt there's going to be many people there anyways. So again, I just really don't think it's going to be worth it for me.
Marcus, please, you're being ridiculous. Don't you see that? You can't miss Mom's funeral. She gave birth to us. She raised us. She was there for us our whole lives until now.
Okay. You need to calm down, Dee. Do you really think Mum wants to look down on us and watch us fight like this? Now, I'm the eldest child, which makes me in charge of the family. So you do well to just do as I say.
And just what makes you think that you can boss me around like this, huh? I'm only asking you to show up for the funeral for your last living parent. How is that even close to being a waste of money?
Well, you know that it's not just that, right? I mean, I don't really think you're even the right person to be handling a funeral. After all, we were the ones that were promised Mum's house after she dies, so how about you just pack up your bags, move out already?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that there's not even going to be a funeral. It's just a waste of time and money.
Marcus, I really don't understand right now. Why did you mention the house?
Why wouldn't I mention the house? You confused about something? The house was always going to belong to Lauren and I. Remember, you gave it up and promised that we could have it. You even signed a document saying that.
No, that was you signing the document, and it said that if you wanted the house, then you needed to take care of Mom. But you two couldn't handle it and ended up asking me to move back in with Mom. You gave up your claim to the house then and there. You realize that, right? And since I was taking care of Mom instead, I'm going to get the house.
I don't remember any of that at all. You're crazy if you think that's how it went. I mean, Lauren and I still have our copy of the contract, so how can you claim the house when I have a piece of paper here saying that we get it?
I don't believe this. You've got to be kidding me. Are you seriously doing this to me right now? You traded places with me, made it so that I would take care of Mom instead of you two, and now you're just going to take the house?
You make it sound like I tricked you. That's not fair. I'm just saying that I've got a contract here that says I get the house. So I think you might want to watch the way you talk to me about this.
Lauren, are you there? I have to ask you something. You do know that I'm getting my mom's house, right? You guys had me move in and take care of my mom until the day she died, so that means I'll inherit the house. I don't know what Marcus is thinking, but he seems to be under the impression that you two are getting it. I'm sorry, Dee, but it sounds like the only person who's got the wrong idea here is you. I never remember telling you that you'd get the house for trading places with us. What? What do you mean? How can you say that? Are you feeling okay? Are you sure you're not just tired since your mom has passed away? I would try to get some rest after all. You need to start packing up all your things to move out for us soon. You two? You've got to be kidding me. This was always your plan, wasn't it? You two were always going to try and steal the house back from me after Mom died, weren't you? You two were trying to run this con on my mom and I from the very start. Well, your mom's dead, so we were only trying to trick you. But man, it really wasn't easy having to take care of that woman. I really thought I would be able to tough it out because of how much I loved that house, but I just couldn't take it after a while, so that's why I had you handle her for me. After all, she is your mom, but to me, she was nothing more than a barrier standing in between me and her house. How can you say something like that? It's just horrible. What is the matter with you? You have no idea what it was like when her dementia started getting really, really bad. I couldn't stand her after that. She was completely incomprehensible. If you weren't ready to take on being there for my mom, then you shouldn't have offered to live with her in the first place. I mean, do you really think that you're going to get away with what you're doing right now? You and my brother have got to be two of the most selfish, duplicitous people I've ever met. Oh, come on, we're not that bad. You're just blowing this all out of proportion. I have every right to be mad at the two of you. I can't believe that you're actually trying to do this. I thought we had an understanding when I agreed to switch places with you and Marcus. So for you two to turn around and try to pull something like this, for you to put all the work of caring for my mom on me and then try and steal the house? I don't care what you say. It's all very clearly laid out in the contract that we signed. After all, I know that your mom was a really rich lady. That's why Marcus and I are going to try and squeeze her will for all it's got. The house, the land, the money, all of it. It'll all be ours. But why do you need it all? Why can't I get my fair share? I mean, you're bringing this way past the house now. You're talking about taking everything and leaving me with practically nothing. Of course we're going to leave you with nothing. The only way to handle a parasite like you is to cut you out as soon as possible. That's why I've asked Marcus to handle kicking you out of the house and making sure that you never come back. You think that I'm the parasite? Are you serious? I can't believe that you're calling me that. For the millionth time, I don't care what you think or how you feel. We have the contract, so the house is ours. Now, why don't you make this easy for all of us, pack up your bags, and go? Your mom is dead, so there's no need to have you around. You took care of her, she's gone, so now get lost. Okay, fine then, I will pack my bags and I will leave. Great, and just remember that you're not getting a penny from your mom's will. You really fell for our trap and didn't even realize it. Thanks to you, Marcus and I have been able to live in peace, knowing that we were always going to have things go our way. Well, if you think I didn't get anything out of this, you're wrong. I've been able to spend really valuable time with my mom during the final years of her life. Well, great then. It sounds to me like this whole thing has been a win-win, and there's no need for you to care about this any longer. So, since you got something nice out of the whole experience, I guess that means that you really don't care if Marcus and I take everything from your mom's will. Oh, yes, of course. You two can do whatever you want. Of course, I think you'll find there's really not that much to take. And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? I mean exactly what I said. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a funeral to plan. Goodbye, Lauren. Hey, Dee, what the heck is going on here? Just what are you trying to pull right now, huh? We had all our things packed up, arrived at the house, and now we can't get inside? It was like someone had changed the locks, and then, after we had to bust our way into our own home, the police were called. Since when did the house get sold? I had no idea about that. The house was sold about 3 years ago, actually. When I moved in to take care of my mom, that was when it happened. Wait, but why am I only hearing about this now? What is going on here? You can't just decide to sell the house without telling us. And what's wrong with that? The house became mine when I agreed to take care of my mom. And since I saw that duty through to the very end, I was able to do what I wanted with it. It's my house and I sold it. Got a problem with that? But it's not your house, it's our house. Well, the whole reason I sold it to begin with is because my mom asked me to. And I don't know why you think you or Marcus should have had anything to do with that conversation when you weren't taking care of her. What do you mean your mom asked you to sell it? Why in the world would she do something like that? You were right about my mom's dementia. It really was getting worse, but she wasn't completely gone. And during the day, she was quite lucid and was able to talk and have a conversation. So she asked me one day to sell the house. She said that she thought it would be best if we sold it and used the money to put her into a nursing home. You were going to use the money from the house to put your mom into a nursing home? Only because that's what she asked of me. She knew that you two really wanted to hold on to the house. But after you two switched with me and the house was going to go to me, she figured that she didn't have to hold it for the two of you any longer. She had actually been wanting to go into a nursing home for quite some time. But she kept her wish quiet from you two because she didn't want to upset you. She was holding back the whole time just for you two, and you still were only trying to use her and me to get what you wanted. But I had no idea. She never told us anything about this. Of course she didn't, but she did to me, and so I did sell the house, and I did put my mom into a home. But that's not fair. You never told us about this at all. And don't you know how hard Marcus and I tried to take care of her? And then you just go and sell the house without telling me? I was only so thankful to you taking over because I thought that you were going to stay there and keep the house clean for us until your mom died. I did what I did because my mom and I thought it might be what's best for her. I figured they would care for her well and be able to respond to any kind of trouble. And they were good. They were patient and gave my mom all the time that she needed to do what she needed to do. But don't even try and pretend that you and Marcus actually cared for my mom. Well, that's rich coming from you. You were the one that put her into a home where the staff did everything. You never took care of your mom at all. My mom told me about how even when she got sick with a terrible cold, you refused to take care of her. And when she needed help in the bathroom, neither you nor Marcus gave her the hand she needed. Besides, you're still forgetting the fact that Mom asked for this. I bet the reason she did ask for this was because you two did such a bad job with her. And just what is that supposed to mean? You don't know anything about what Marcus and I did. Except that my mom kept a diary and wrote about how you and Marcus treated her in it. It's full of nothing but complaints. You mean she kept records on us? Why would she do that? What's the matter with her? Don't you know that keeping a journal is what doctors recommend to help ward off dementia? It's all written there. She writes all about how your treatment of her got worse and worse. You're kidding me. But I had no idea that she was doing this. I didn't know that we were being watched like that. And does that make any of what you did okay? You really thought that you could get away with what you were doing because nobody was looking? Not only that, but you two have the gall to not come to her funeral after all you put her through? Well, if you have anything to say for yourselves, you can tell it to her urn.
Hey, sis. You there? Lauren was catching me up about what you were talking about with the diary and all. I just want you to know that I really had no idea that Lauren was doing this to our mum at all.
Oh, please, I can't believe that you're honestly trying to save your own skin right now. Besides, Mom wrote in her diary about how you and Lauren were awful to her.
Oh, please, Dee. You really don't understand how difficult it was for us taking care of money. It's only now that I see where I could have done better. But I understand the mistakes that I made. I want you to know that I'll happily apologise to Mum's remains. I was selfish and stupid and should never have acted that way. I should never have let Lauren act that way towards our mum either. But surely you have to understand how this has nothing to do with who should be getting what from the will, right? You're brother and sister, so of course we should be splitting everything, don't you think?
What? Are you serious? You really just said all that so you could ask me about money?
Well, money is important. And now that I know you sold the house to put Mum in a home, surely that means you should have money left, right? I never told you about this, but I know that Mum had a ton of money saved up she never touched.
She did? She had money hidden away?
So I guess you don't actually know. But it's true. Mum told me about it one day. She told me that it was for us after she passed away. She even gave me the account information.
Wait, she really did that?
That's right. I put Lauren in charge of taking care of it for us. So you just tell me how much money you still have from selling the house, and I'll make sure that we each get our equal share of Mum's money.
Wait a second. You're not talking about that piece of paper with all those different bank accounts on it.
Oh, so Mum did tell you about that. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She spread out her money in different accounts for us, but I think it's well over $1 million.
Marcus, I don't know what to tell you, but that was just a brain training exercise that Mom did. I don't know what account information she gave you, but Mom didn't even have a bank account.
Wait, what? That doesn't even make any sense. What do you mean she didn't have a bank account? Then what information did she give me?
It depends on when you asked her, but it could have just been all in her head. As for the paper with the banks, that was just a practice for her to name 10 of any one thing. Sometimes we did states, other times favorite foods, places she had been to, and banks that she knew. Although Mom was the one who told me about that training, and she said she learned it from you. She wrote in her diary that she was happy because you seemed to be helping her out, and that you suggested she write down 10 different banks, so I guess that's what she did.
That's not what I was telling you to do at all.
Well, I don't know what you mean to say. She had dementia.
But I don't understand. This can't be happening. I thought she had money hidden away. I quit my job thinking I'd get this.
You quit your job for money that didn't really exist?
Well, I thought it did. Please, you have to tell me how much you got from the house. I deserve half of it.
I'm sorry, but there's no money left anyways, and you're not getting anything. The nursing home I sent Mom to was a very nice one, and it cost quite a bit of money. By the final year she was there, I was using some of my own money to help support her, actually.
So then, there's nothing? There's no money? No will? No assets? Nothing?
That's right, but anyways, since we have that cleared up, I wouldn't bother coming over to see Mom. Sounds to me like you and Lauren have much bigger problems to talk about. Anyways, have a nice life. And so that's how I found out that both Lauren and Marcus had quit their jobs in the expectation of a big payout that was never going to come. With all of their things packed up and ready to move into a new place, though, they were able to find an apartment and move in. I hear that they also quickly had to find jobs, but because they didn't have time to go through the whole hiring process, just took the first jobs they could get. They tried begging me for help, but I ended up blocking them on everything. I also made sure to tell the rest of our family of the horrible way they treated my mom. I haven't heard a word from either of them since, and that's just fine with me. Now I'm living in my own home with my mom's urn on a mantle, watching over me.
Hey Sarah, do you have a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
I've been worried about you lately. Haven't heard from you much since you announced the wedding date.
Been busy with wedding planning, that's all.
Sarah, are you really okay? If you're struggling with money, we could help out with the wedding costs, you know?
Huh? We're not having any trouble with money or the wedding costs. Why are you suddenly asking?
You don't need to pretend everything's fine with me. I'm your sister.
I'm really not pretending anything. What's this about?
You don't have to put on a brave face. I heard Jack messed up big time at work, and now he's being demoted to some remote office because of it.
Demoted? What are you talking about?
Tom told me everything. His friend at Jack's company says it's really bad.
What exactly did Tom's friend say?
It's a transfer from headquarters, and I bet his salary's going to take a huge hit. And just when you were finally going to have your wedding this year, after saving up for your 10th anniversary wedding celebration, now it's all ruined because of this remote office demotion.
Wait a minute, what are you even talking about?
What do you mean?
Jack hasn't been demoted or had his salary cut, and our wedding preparations are going fine.
Oh no, you haven't heard anything yet. Or maybe Jack's desperately trying to hide it from you. I mean, being demoted to some remote office is pretty embarrassing to tell your wife.
What?
Look, I know it's hard to accept, but you need to confront him about this.
There's nothing to confront him about. Where is all this coming from?
Tom told me about it. Apparently, his friend works at Jack's company. Everyone knows Jack's totally incompetent at work, right?
Excuse me?
You can't keep defending him forever, sis. This isn't the first time he's messed up.
When has he ever messed up? This is the first I'm hearing of any of this.
He's always getting yelled at by his boss, disrespected by his colleagues and juniors. Then he finally snapped and angrily submitted his resignation letter, right? But apparently he came to his senses right after and desperately begged on his knees to take it back. They agreed, but in exchange, he's being sent to some remote office.
That's impossible. Jack is definitely not incompetent.
What, are you saying Tom's friend is lying?
Either that or the story got twisted somewhere along the way. What I can tell you is that Jack isn't incompetent, and he's definitely not being demoted.
Why would Tom's friend make this up? He has no reason to lie.
I don't know, but what you're saying isn't true.
You are trying so hard to defend your husband. It must be tough being married to an incompetent man, sis. I'm so glad I married Tom. He works for a big company, he's successful, and we had our dream wedding right after getting married.
I keep telling you Jack isn't incompetent. How dare you talk about my husband like that?
Don't get so defensive. I'm just stating facts.
These aren't facts. You're just repeating gossip. You should show a little more consideration.
Huh? Just because he's my sister's husband doesn't mean anything. There's no reason to respect such a boring, plain, antisocial guy.
What did you just say?
Come on, you know it's true. He barely talks at family gatherings.
That's because you and Tom never give him a chance to speak.
Well, I guess he's perfectly matched with my plain, boring sister.
Excuse me?
I'm just being honest. Someone needs to tell you these things.
No one asked for your opinion about my marriage.
You should ask Jack about the demotion soon. I mean, you probably don't want to follow him to some remote location. And let's be real, once you're divorced, a plain, boring divorced woman like you won't have any chance of remarrying. You'll be alone forever.
I'm done with this conversation.
Don't blame me when everything falls apart. I tried to warn you.
You haven't warned me about anything. You've just insulted me and my husband repeatedly.
Fine, stay in denial, but don't come crying to me when you're stuck in some remote town with your failed husband.
Don't message me again until you're ready to apologize. Jack, there are some horrible rumors going around about you.
What? Horrible rumors about me?
I just got a call from my sister Amy. Apparently, her husband Tom's friend works at your company. He told them you're being demoted to some remote office, and the reason for the demotion is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, is it the one where I'm called incompetent, lost my temper, and then submitted my resignation only to beg for it back?
Wait, you knew about this?
Yeah, it reached my ears too, but don't worry about it, Sarah. My bosses and seniors are probably just spreading made-up stories for fun. It'll die down eventually.
What do you mean? Why would your bosses do something like that?
They're probably just jealous. I hit it big with my investment and decided to quit, remember? Plus, I'm moving to Hawaii with my wife. They're probably annoyed about it. They looked really frustrated when I handed in my resignation.
Oh my god! What ridiculous people! They're spreading rumors because of something like that?
That place was full of bosses who just dumped their work on me, seniors who took credit for my work, and colleagues and juniors who blamed their mistakes on me. Yet they kept calling me incompetent while using me whenever it was convenient.
Seriously? I knew it was bad, but I didn't know all of that. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I didn't want to worry you. They've been doing this for years, but I was focused on our bigger goals.
When you put it that way, it really was a terrible workplace. You definitely made the right choice leaving.
The work itself was rewarding, but I was reaching my mental limit. Fortunately, that's when the investment paid off big time, though it was just Bitcoin that I bought for fun going crazy.
When did you first buy it? I remember you mentioning cryptocurrency years ago.
Back when everyone said it was worthless, I just thought the technology was interesting.
It's incredible, isn't it? Turning $1,000 into $1 million.
I still can't believe it myself. Apparently some global investor bought in for fun. The news spread like wildfire and the price skyrocketed. Thanks to that, I could decide to quit and chase our dream of living abroad. Feels like I used up all my lottery winning luck in one go.
So they're spreading these lies because they're jealous of you, and somehow the story reached Amy.
Who would have thought Tom had a friend at my company? Small world, isn't it?
I should contact Amy right away. She was laughing and looking down on us so much. I need to tell her the truth.
Hey, why don't we just leave it be? There's no need to correct them.
Huh? Why not? If we leave it like this, they'll keep looking down on us, on you, and I hate that.
Think about it for a moment. What good would telling them do?
At least they'd know the truth.
But you know, Amy and Tom have always looked down on us anyway, calling us plain and antisocial. Tom's always bragging about his salary and expensive watches.
Yeah, now you say that.
Every family gathering, remember last Christmas?
When he kept showing everyone his new Rolex.
I'd just brush it off saying, that's nice, because I don't care about that stuff. Those two probably just need to look down on others to feel good about themselves. Imagine telling them about the investment success and Hawaii move. Even my former colleagues and bosses are causing trouble with their jealousy. To be honest, who knows what those two might do?
You think they might try to interfere with our plans?
They've always tried to one-up us. Remember when we bought our house?
When they suddenly decided they needed a bigger one too? Yeah, I get what you're worried about. They'd probably pry into every detail and make things complicated.
Better not to poke the hornet's nest. Let's just ignore it.
You're right. Once we're in Hawaii, none of this drama will matter. I don't care what rumors spread or how much they look down on us.
Though it might be hard to hide the move from family, should we stick to the plan of announcing it at our Hawaii wedding?
Yeah, that sounds good. My parents are pretty laid back about letting me live my own life, so they'll probably find the surprise announcement fun.
My parents are similar, so let's ignore the weird rumors and focus on our preparations. Moving to Hawaii, having our wedding there, we've got lots to do.
Have you started looking at shipping companies for our furniture?
Already got 3 quotes. We can review them together tonight.
Perfect. Let's focus on our future instead of their drama. Amy, are you at the airport? The driver should be there to pick you up.
Why would we be at the airport?
What do you mean? You're supposed to be arriving for the wedding today.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're not at the airport.
Amy, where are you? Don't tell me you're lost in Hawaii.
As if we do something so lame. We just didn't get on the flight to Hawaii yesterday. We're still at home.
What? Why didn't you get on the flight? It's our wedding day.
Don't act so surprised. We thought about it carefully.
Thought about what? You RSVP'd, yes, weeks ago.
Because I feel sorry for you, sis. I thought not attending might help you. You'll save some money on the wedding costs if we don't come, right?
Huh?
You should be thanking us for being so considerate.
Considerate? You're skipping my wedding without any notice?
To think that my plain sister and her husband would try to have a Hawaii wedding. Just because you're finally having a wedding doesn't mean you need to show off.
We're not showing off. This is what we wanted for our celebration.
But with Jack's demotion and big pay cut, we thought we'd help you save money where we can.
We're not showing off at all. You're worrying about nothing.
Oh wait, I just figured it out.
Figured what out?
Oh, I get it! You're copying us! Since Tom and I had our wedding in Hawaii too! You must have been so inspired by our gorgeous fancy wedding!
That's not it either. Hawaii just happened to work out for us.
Sure, whatever you say. I know it's embarrassing to admit you're copying your little sister.
You clearly don't believe me at all.
But even with us helping you save on wedding costs, are you really going to be okay? It must be tough for a demoted couple living in the middle of nowhere.
What?
Just trying to help you face reality.
There's nothing to face. You don't know what you're talking about.
Our wedding cost nearly $100,000 total. The famous venue, travel, and accommodation for all the relatives. I could afford it because I have a husband who works at a prestigious company. But it must be hard for you with your incompetent husband.
You really can't stop looking down on us, can you?
Don't be so sensitive. I'm being a caring sister.
This isn't care, it's condescension.
What? I'm genuinely worried. Are you sure you can afford a luxury Hawaii wedding? I heard just renting a famous hotel there for a day cost like $20,000.
We're not renting a venue.
Huh?
We don't need to rent anything. We're having the wedding at the house that we bought in Hawaii, so the wedding costs are actually pretty reasonable.
Your house in Hawaii?
Yes, our house.
Stop joking around!
I didn't realize you were so concerned about us, but there's no need to worry. Though while the wedding costs are low, buying the house was expensive.
Wait a minute, what do you mean you bought a house in Hawaii? You didn't buy it just for the wedding, right?
Of course not. We bought it for our new life together. We're moving to Hawaii.
What?
We're announcing it to everyone after the wedding. It's still a secret from our parents.
What's going on? You guys are supposed to be moving to some remote location because Jack messed up and got demoted. How did that turn into moving to Hawaii?
Well, Hawaii is technically an island too. You could call it remote.
What?
I might as well tell you everything now. That story you heard from Tom's friend was completely false. Jack didn't beg to take back his resignation. He quit for good. Then we decided to move to Hawaii together.
What?
I don't even want to explain why your friend lied. It's too ridiculous. Just ask them yourself.
This has to be some kind of joke.
It's not a joke. You're just upset because your gossip was wrong.
Wait, I can't keep up. So it wasn't a demotion to some remote place, just Jack quitting and suddenly moving to Hawaii? This is all too crazy.
Moving to Hawaii has actually been his dream since childhood, so when he quit, we decided to make that dream come true. Luckily, he made it big with his investment, so we have the funds to live quietly together in Hawaii.
Made it big with investments?
Well, you can ask your friends about those details too. Anyway, the wedding's about to start. I'm going to enjoy our home reception party.
Wait, don't ignore my messages!
I need to go. My perfect Hawaii wedding is starting. You know, the one you chose to skip.
Sarah, pick up your phone! Sarah, this is important! We just got tickets for a flight to Hawaii. Tell me your address. Where should we go when we arrive?
Don't bother coming. Go home. The wedding's over, and there's no need for you to come.
You can't be serious. We're your family.
Family who chose not to attend my wedding.
Even if the wedding's over, the party must still be going on, right? Let us join for just a little while.
How long do you think it takes to get from your nearest airport to Hawaii? Everything will be completely over by the time you arrive.
We can still celebrate when we get there. We're bringing champagne.
The celebration is for people who supported us, not those who mocked us.
But I want to see your house, and Tom wants to hear all the details. We heard everything from his friend. Is it true you made $1 million from investing?
Yes, that's true. That's why we decided to move to Hawaii.
Why didn't you tell us sooner? We're family.
You didn't act like family when you were spreading rumors about us.
I can't believe you and Jack had such amazing foresight. Sarah, please let us come. We'll even bring a proper wedding gift.
We don't want it, and seriously, don't come. After how you both acted, Jack and I have made a decision. We're going to keep our distance from you two for life.
You can't mean that. We've always been close.
Close? You spent years looking down on us.
What? You mean you're cutting ties with us?
We plan to stay in Hawaii and never return to the States. So yes, we're cutting ties. We don't plan to ever see you again.
You're being ridiculous just because you got lucky with some investment?
This isn't about money. It's about respect.
What's with that? How dare you cut ties with us? Don't get so full of yourselves just because you made some money from investing. You're both plain boring and dull. You can't compete with how luxurious my lifestyle is with Tom.
Excuse me?
You'll regret this. Hawaii isn't some paradise.
We're well prepared for the challenges.
Don't get carried away just because you're moving abroad, just because it's Hawaii. I heard moving abroad is super difficult. That $1 million will probably run out quickly and you'll come crawling back to the States.
Well, I can't deny that possibility. The cost of living is quite high here. That's why we plan to keep working even after moving. Actually, right after Jack quit, he got an offer from one of his former clients' CEOs. He's been hired to work fully remote from Hawaii.
Hired to work fully remote from Hawaii?
Apparently, he was their account manager at his previous job and really hit it off with the CEO. They told him, "I've always valued your work and wanted you to join us." It was such a great offer.
Oh!
And actually, it's the same company where Tom works, looking forward to being colleagues, though apparently in different departments.
No way! The same company as Tom? But that's a popular corporation that only hires top talent.
I guess your incompetent brother-in-law isn't so incompetent after all.
But Tom said...
Well, if their CEO personally headhunted him, I guess that means Jack is incredibly talented.
Oh no, Tom just collapsed to his knees next to me. He's muttering, "This can't be happening."
What's with that reaction? Isn't it fine if Jack works at the same company?
There's something you should know.
What now?
Apparently there's more to it. Tom's company actually banned remote work. They recently changed their policy from remote to mandatory office attendance based on performance metrics.
But Jack got full remote permission.
That's the thing! Remote work is only allowed for their most exceptional employees. Tom has applied for remote work multiple times but keeps getting rejected.
So that means Jack is more valued than Tom? Wow, Jack really is amazing.
Can I ask something? How much is the annual salary for this full remote position? Since it was a direct offer from the CEO, I'm guessing it's pretty high.
I only heard rough numbers, but I think it's around $200,000.
That's double what Tom makes.
Oh, really?
How can that plain boring Jack be such a high achiever?
He's been working hard towards his goal of living abroad since he was young. He built up his track record so he could perform well in any job, anywhere. I'm happy he's being recognized for his efforts. Of course, I've been working hard to keep up with him too. That's why I also found a job that allows remote work.
What? You're both working remotely from Hawaii?
This should help us maintain our lifestyle. We'll work hard to keep enjoying our life abroad.
How did my boring sister get such a perfect life?
Maybe if you'd spent less time looking down on us, you'd have noticed we weren't so boring after all.
That's not fair. Living abroad, living in Hawaii, that's such a glamorous lifestyle. It doesn't suit someone as plain as you are.
What?
It's not fair, not fair, not fair. You're supposed to be plainer than me. Don't live a more glamorous life than me.
If you think it's unfair, why don't you do it too? Aren't you the one who always gets men to buy you whatever you want, whenever you want? Why don't you try the same thing? Ask Tom to move abroad with you.
That's...
I don't care if you look down on us or envy us, but no matter what you say, I'm going to live the life I want with Jack. Since we'll never meet again, you can cry all you want in the States. Take care, Amy. We plain boring couple will work hard together in our own way.
Wait, Sarah, don't block me.
After our parents enjoyed our wedding and new house, they returned home. They apparently kept telling Amy and Tom about how amazing everything was, especially bragging about how the ocean view from the garden was incredible. They told us to visit any time. I'm so proud of my daughter. However, Amy and Tom weren't amused at all. They apparently rushed to invest more than half of their savings, saying, "We'll make profits right away too." But since we haven't heard any boastful messages from them, it seems they haven't been successful.
Holly, are you okay? I just heard that you got hit by a car. Did you get taken to the hospital, or are you going to be all right? Hey there, Rachel. Thanks for your concern, and sorry to make you worry about me. But it's okay, I'm going to be just fine. I did have a pretty nasty break in my right leg, so looks like I'm probably going to be laid up in the hospital for a while. Oh no, you broke your leg? That's terrible. It must have been so scary for you. Well, actually, I didn't have much time to be afraid at all. Everything happened so suddenly. I was just walking through the crosswalk when this car came along and blew through the stoplight. I got hit so hard that it sent me flying through the air for a couple of yards. The doctor who saw me in the ER said that it's a miracle that the only thing I broke was my leg. So, all things considered, I guess I'm not in too bad a shape. Wow, you actually got thrown that far? Good grief, that's terrifying to hear. And you're going to be in the hospital for a while? Oh, that's too bad. Have they told you about how long you're going to be there? A pretty long time from the sound of things. The doctor came into my room a little while ago to check up on me and said that I'll be looking at least a month at this point. Depending on how my leg heals, it might even be longer than that, though. A whole month? That's insane! I can't believe you're going to have to be out of the house for that long. All right, well, then could you wire us some money? The sooner the better. We've got a lot of things to take care of. Money? For what? Well, if you're not around, who's going to do all the cooking? We're going to end up having to eat out most of the time. We'll need to have enough money to pay for going to restaurants and buying pre-made meals from the supermarket. Oh, and we'll also need to hire a maid to come in and do the chores for us, so can you send us enough to cover those expenses too? Let's see, if you're going to be in there for a whole month, for the time being, you can send me $1,500. I'll let you know if that runs out and I need more. Whoa, hold on there. Why do you need money to pay for all that stuff? It's only going to be a month. Can't you guys just take care of the cooking and cleaning by yourselves? Are you kidding? No way. You know your mom has bad knees. She can't stand up for long enough to cook a whole meal. It'll be way too painful for her. And Joey has to go to work every day, so he won't have time either. Well, yeah, I'm aware of my mom's and brother's situations, but what about you, Rachel? You should have more than enough time to take care of everything. You quit your job when you got married so you could become a housewife. The only reason I've been doing most of the work up until now is simply because I've lived in my family's house longer than you have. I know where all the supplies are and how everything's organized. I suppose this is as good a time as any for you to start taking on your share of the housework too. Get real. I don't want to do any of that boring stuff. I hate doing chores. Cooking and cleaning, it's so lame. I'd rather look at my Instagram feed. Like, why do you think we moved into your family's house with you and your mom? It was so I wouldn't have to do anything I didn't want to do. No way. That's really the reason why you guys moved in with us? Yeah, I had no other choice. I've always wanted to be a housewife ever since I was a little girl. You know, like the girls on Instagram who are always showing off how neat and clean their houses are and showing off their adorable dresses. That's what I want to do. But I don't want to have to actually clean or anything, so I need to get someone else to do it for me. That's when I heard from Joey that you were still single and living at home. I knew it would make your mom super happy to have her son and daughter-in-law living with her, and if I moved in, I wouldn't ever have to do any chores. Everybody wins. How am I winning exactly? How can you be thinking about yourself at a time like this? We're gonna have so much trouble with you in the hospital for a month. Since you're not gonna be doing your job, then you're gonna have to pay to get someone else to do it all. Cleaning, cooking, everything. You're paying for all of it. Is this all some kind of crazy dream? Maybe the docs gave me a little too much morphine. Hey, wait a second. You said you were gonna be in the hospital for at least a month, but maybe longer. Well, yeah, it all depends on how well my leg heals up. But that means you might not be able to make it to our wedding. It's exactly 1 month from today. Oh, wow, you're right. Man, time really flies, huh? Feels like just yesterday you guys said you had eloped and were moving in with us. I'm really sorry, Rachel, but yeah, there's a pretty decent chance that I won't be able to make it to your guys' wedding. Even if I manage to get rescued from the hospital sooner, I'll still be in a wheelchair with a giant cast on my leg. I can't believe it. If you're not going to make it to our wedding, that means you're not going to be able to give us a wedding gift. Oh my God, just when I thought this day couldn't get any worse. What? I was banking on you giving us a ton of money for a wedding present. I mean, you're single and basically live for your work, right? I figured you must have a ton of money in savings that you're never going to use. And obviously, if it's for the wedding of your only brother, you'd be willing to shell out at least a few G's. So I had the wedding planner give us the premium wedding package. But if you're not going to be there to actually hand over the money, this is really bad. Rachel, are you being for real right now? You were planning to use me to finance an extravagant wedding for yourself? Let me think. What are we going to do? You're going to have to speed your recovery along, Holly. You need to have that leg healed up within a week, 2 weeks tops. This is not negotiable, Holly. You have a responsibility to come to our wedding. And when I open the envelope you hand over to reception, there had better be enough money in there to pay for the premium package.
Hey there, Holly. I heard about your accident. How are you doing? Do the doctors think you're going to be back to normal soon? Go ahead and shoot me a message with updates whenever you can. Oh, and don't worry about taking care of things around the house. We'll figure something out. You just focus on getting better, okay? I know Rachel probably said some stuff to you, but you can go ahead and ignore her.
I don't know, Joey. The stuff she said to me is going to be pretty hard to ignore. I know this is the woman that you chose, Joey, but are you sure you want to marry her? I mean, did she tell you that she planned a wedding outside of your budget because she was planning on me funding the whole thing?
That was news to me, but I am aware of that now, yeah. Let me deal with Rachel. I'm gonna take care of her. Man, don't tell anyone I told you this, but back when we were planning it, I had said that we should keep our wedding on the simple side so we could save money for our future. But Rachel was super insistent on having some elaborate show of a wedding. You know, we're only gonna have one wedding and all that.
I totally understand why she would feel that way, but it's incredibly presumptuous to plan an entire wedding on getting an outsized gift from me. What were you gonna do if I didn't give you as much as she'd hoped? Do you guys have enough savings to cover it?
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I have plenty of savings. Rachel, on the other hand, has absolutely nothing.
Nothing? Like, nothing?
I mean $0 and 0 cents. I guess she's under the impression that a husband should be the one to cover all the expenses after getting married. So she spent every last cent that she had saved up before we got married on herself right before we eloped. She bought shoes, clothes, purses. I checked her bank account statement, and sure enough, the balance is a big fat 0.
That's crazy. I've never met anyone like that before. Living on one income is one thing, but intentionally depleting your own savings? Yikes.
Plus, we went ring shopping together, and the one Rachel picked out was pretty big. So I had plenty of savings going into this marriage, but Things can't go on like this forever, to say the least. Which again is why I told her I thought it would be best to have a simple wedding. But no matter what I said to her, nothing got through. She just shut me out completely.
It sounds like she's one of those women who have a very particular idea in their heads of their perfect wedding. And if the real thing deviates even a smidgen from the ideal, then all hell breaks loose.
Completely. Honestly, her attitude really started changing once she found out where you work. Every time I would comment on something being too expensive, she'd just brush me off like, "What are you so concerned about? Your sister's rich." She thought she could just put on a cute face and get you to fork out as much money as she wanted.
Wow, so you're telling me it's not just the wedding? She's been planning on using me as some kind of free ATM machine since the very beginning?
Again, Rachel, you don't need to worry about that. I won't let her take advantage of you. It's just that she won't listen to a word I say. It all goes in one ear and out the other. But yeah, I have more than enough money to cover the cost of the wedding, so you don't need to feel any compulsion to give us a large gift, okay?
Since when did you become such a responsible, upstanding man, Joey?
What can I say? I had a good role model in my big sister. About the wedding, I think it would be best if you didn't come. I don't want you rushing your recovery for our sake. Also, I don't want you to get involved in any kind of trouble with Rachel during the ceremony.
Yeah, good point. Okay then, I guess you can go ahead and mark me down as not attending. Sorry, Joey.
Don't be sorry about anything. Oh, and by the way, a girl from your office came by with a nice fruit basket and a card for you. I'll bring it over to your hospital room later on today. I'll talk to you later, Holly.
Thanks, Joey. Talk to you later. How dare you, Holly? You really are a jerk, you know that? Why aren't you coming to our wedding? I just looked over at the family section and saw your mom, your aunts, and uncles, but I don't see you anywhere. Where are you? Are you gonna flake out on us at the last minute? No, I told Joey a month ago that I wasn't going to make it. My leg hasn't healed yet, and the doctors want me to stay a bit longer. Did you really expect me to wheel myself into your wedding in my hospital gown? You could have changed clothes, get a nurse to help you or something. And this facility is 100% handicap accessible, so you have no excuse not to be here. You need to get over here now and give us our wedding gift. Yeah, that's all you're concerned about, isn't it? The only reason you want me there is for my money. You don't care one bit about my leg. You never even came to visit me in the hospital. Shut up, would you? You're the one who's in the wrong here. You're skipping your own brother's wedding. What is wrong with you? Think of what people are going to say about us. Huh? What if people start spreading rumors about how you and I aren't getting along? Is that what you want? To humiliate me in front of all my friends and family? I don't know what you're worried about. No one in my family spreads nasty rumors like that. You don't know that for sure. Well, to be fair, it's not like we're on the best of terms. You've never done any of the housework for us as long as you've been living with us. Oh, so that's it. You hate me, don't you? That explains everything. You're not coming to the wedding, not giving us any money, making me do the housework. It's all because you just hate me. I'll bet you think I must be the absolute worst woman in the world, don't you? You probably wish your brother and I never got married. I never said any of that. I'll bet. Oh, don't tell me. You faked your car accident to get out of coming. That's it, isn't it? You've been pretending to be hurt this whole time. I can't believe you. Oh, come on. You have got to be kidding me. It's all very clear to me now, Holly. Ever since we moved in with you, I saw the way you would glare at me when you thought I wasn't paying attention. You hated me because I wouldn't do any of your chores for you. So you planned this elaborate stunt to fake an injury and get out of coming to our wedding. I never glared at you. You're just making that all up. Think about it. Would I really go to all the trouble of faking an accident to get out of going to a wedding? I could have just pretended to be sick the day of the ceremony or something. I have had all I can take of your lies, Holly. You can admit it. You hate me. Go ahead, say it. Even if you don't say it, I still know it's true. Well, guess what? If you really hate me that much, then you can get out of my house. What? I don't want any fake family living with me who secretly hates my guts. Take that fake cast off your leg, come back to the house, pack up your things, and get out now.
She's not leaving, Rachel. We are.
Huh?
You just accused my sister of faking her own car accident. This whole conversation, you've been spiraling downward into practical conspiracy theory territory.
Wait a second. My sister? Oh no. Joey, is that you? What are you doing with Holly? Our wedding is starting soon.
Did you forget that we had the start time delayed by an hour? I wanted Holly to see me in my tuxedo.
Oh yeah, I guess I did say that.
Holly got a text from you while I was visiting, and I took the liberty of reading your conversation. You just tried to kick my sister out of our family's house. Mind explaining that to me?
But I trusted her. Even though she hated me, I still trusted that she would have the decency to come to our wedding, and she betrayed that trust.
Oh, so now you think betraying someone's trust is a bad thing? That didn't stop you from betraying my trust, now did it, Rachel? At this point, I don't see any reason to go through with this wedding anymore.
What are you saying, Joey? Are you saying you're going to call off our wedding? But it's starting in just a few hours.
And now that I see you for what you really are, I wouldn't even have any problems walking out on you mid-service.
Joey, why are you doing this to me?
I told you, Rachel. I told you time after time after time, do not rely on my sister's money to pay for our wedding. But now I see that you completely ignored my very clear warnings. Not only that, when she refused to play along with your silly little games, you tried to kick her out of the house?
But I...
Oh, and another thing, you stole the gifts Holly got from her company. I am incredibly disappointed in you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't...
Don't play dumb with me. You stole the money that was in the card she got. You even ate the fruit from the fruit basket.
I didn't do that. You're making it all up. How do you know her company sent her any money anyway? Did you open the card?
Her office called me the other day and asked me if Holly got the card yet. They told me they sent a basket around the office and everyone put some money inside to send to her. The total should have been over $2,000. What happened to that money?
What? $2,000? There was only like $500 in there.
Oh, that's interesting. How would you know how much money there was in that envelope unless you opened it? Now that we've established that you opened it, what happened to the money? I asked my mom and she said you offered to deliver it to Holly for me, but when I asked Holly about it just now, she said she never got the money or the fruit and she never saw you at all. So that leaves us with quite the mystery. Both the fruit and the money are nowhere to be found.
About that?
Come to think of it, you bought yourself a new necklace the other day, didn't ya? It was a pretty nice one, Rachel. If I had to make a guess, I'd say it was worth somewhere around $500. Where'd you get the money for that necklace?
I can explain.
You don't have a job and you don't have any savings. Where'd the money come from?
I sold some stuff online.
Oh, what website did you use to sell them? I'd like to see some records of that, if you have any. And let me be clear, if I find out that you stole the money that was supposed to go to Holly, I'll divorce you right then and there.
Divorce?
You got that right. I'm gonna head over to the chapel now. Before I get there and before the guests start to arrive, you need to tell the planner that the wedding is off.
No, I can't do that. I won't. All of my friends are coming today. I can't cancel it. What am I going to tell them?
If you'd like, I can tell them for you myself. You're not going to change my mind on this. The wedding is off. Don't like it? Then you should have thought twice about trying to mooch off of my sister.
This is terrible. What am I going to do, Holly? I thought Joey was bluffing when he said we were going to get divorced, but he meant it. He just handed me a massive pack of papers to sign and everything. So you did steal my money then. And you ate my fruit, too. Seriously? You couldn't even let me have the frickin' fruit? It's not like I meant to. It just kind of happened? Joey's been so firm on not spending any more money on our wedding. Not just that, he said we'd need to cut back on spending for a while to pay it off. So I couldn't get any extra spending money from him, and you were being stingy about the wedding gift, so I saw the money in the envelope and, you know. You could have bought that necklace in about a month if you just got a part-time job. You had no excuse to steal that money. Give me a break. I'm apologizing, aren't I? That means you have to forgive me. I must have missed the text where you actually said the words, "I'm sorry." What do you want from me? I mean, when you really think about it, I didn't do anything wrong at all. Stealing isn't wrong? I wasn't stealing. Sure, you might be in the hospital now, but you're gonna get out eventually. When you do, you were planning on giving us a belated wedding gift, right? Plus, since you flaked out on our wedding, you were going to give us an even bigger gift to say sorry. Excuse me? So what's wrong with me taking a measly $500? You were going to give it to us eventually anyway. So no, I didn't do anything wrong. At the very least, I didn't do anything to deserve Joey getting so mad at me. That is an absolutely insane justification of petty theft. It doesn't matter why you took it, I could still easily have you charged with a crime if I wanted to. They'd laugh you out of the courtroom. The judge would be like, "You're charging your sister-in-law with a crime over $500? Case dismissed." Maybe he'll throw you in jail for wasting his time. That's not how pressing charges works, Rachel. In any case, you did something incredibly underhanded and dirty. You stole the gifts that my friends and coworkers put together for me to show their concern for me. I'm not going to forgive you for that. Come on, I apologized to you for that already. No, you didn't. By the way, I heard you guys are moving out of the house for a while. So you guys are going to stay with your folks while you finalize the details of the divorce? Yeah, I told him I didn't want to talk about divorce in front of my parents, but Joey just wouldn't listen to me. He said he wanted to have a disinterested third party with us while we were talking. That's my Joey. He knows how to look after his own interests. Well, good luck in the divorce proceedings. I hope you don't wind up too deep in debt. I have terrible luck, though, and I don't understand any of this legal stuff, so I need you to do a really big favor for me. Talk to Joey and convince him to take me back. Huh? You're the only person I can count on, Holly. I'll start doing housework, I promise. Even after you get out of the hospital, I'll help out whenever I can. I want to be a good housewife for Joey. I wish you would have had that attitude from the very beginning. You're way too late to have a change of heart now. Please. Honestly, I wish I would have told him to divorce you a long, long time ago. Goodbye, Rachel. I wish you the best of luck. I hope eating all that fruit was worth it. After that, I launched a formal criminal complaint against Rachel. As soon as the police got involved, she became much more willing to pay me back the full amount of what she took from me, so I agreed to drop the charges. However, Rachel seemed to be under the impression that if she paid me all the money back, then Joey wouldn't divorce her anymore. She was sadly mistaken. She threw an absolute hissy fit, and on the day they were scheduled to move out, she just bolted straight out the front door. I had no idea where she thought she was running to, but boy, was she running. She ran straight out into the road in front of our house, and got hit by an oncoming car. In a funny coincidence, I saw her being wheeled into my hospital room as they were wheeling me out. Her parents never even came to see her, until the day they had decided to discuss the divorce right there in her hospital room. They walked right into the room with Joey and his lawyer, looked her straight in the eyes, and said, "This time, you're not going to run away from us." They got all the details of the divorce finalized that very day. Megan, I need to be honest with you. From now on, if you'd like to come over and visit, you need to let me know in advance. Preferably a day or so, but at the very least, you could give me a few hours' notice. But at any rate, inviting yourself over suddenly like you did today needs to stop. Wow, somebody's grumpy today. We're family, aren't we? It's not like I'm making an appointment to see a doctor or something. Like, seriously, who makes their family members make a reservation to come and visit them? I do. It doesn't have anything to do with being family or not. It's just common decency. Not to mention, you're aware that I'm pregnant right now. My morning sickness has been absolutely terrible lately. When you came by the house, I was in bed, which was where I had been all morning. When I woke up, I was so dizzy and nauseous that I laid right back down. I didn't even have a chance to get dressed or clean the house. Everything was a mess. What? So you didn't have your makeup on and your room was a little cluttered? That's no big deal. To you, maybe, but it is a big deal to me. I'm telling you, Megan, I don't mind you coming over to visit. But the next time you want to come over, you must let me know before you come. If you don't, then I'm afraid I'm just not going to let you in. What? I don't want to have to be this strict with you, but this has happened too many times now. I don't have any other choice. Just who do you think you are, anyway? You need a serious attitude adjustment. I went out of my way to come and visit you, and this is the thanks I get? I figured you were probably having a pretty hard time of things. This is your first pregnancy, and Keith has been out of town on business for the last few weeks. And he's not even going to be back until after your due date, right? Well, yeah, but you mean you've been coming over because you were worried about me? Yeah? What did I literally just say? Of course I was worried about you. You're welcome, by the way. I doubt that there are many people kind enough to go and visit their pregnant sister-in-law like I am. Okay, well, I'm grateful that you would be so thoughtful of me. But my point stands, Megan. From now on, please call or text me ahead of time so I'll know that you're coming. It's not like I'm home all the time anyway. I've got doctor's appointments to go to, shopping to do. I'd hate for you to come all the way out here just for me to be out of the house. I don't get it. What's the big deal about that? If you're not home, I'll just let myself in and chill until you get back. I'm not going to waste my phone's battery life texting you when I don't need to. Are you really going to disregard everything I just said to you now? Yep. So anyway, I'll see you again soon, Mary. When will you see me again? Whenever I damn well feel like it. Don't worry, even though you're an ungrateful little brat, I'll still take good care of you just like I always have. That's what a big sister-in-law does. Megan, you came by my house again today, didn't you? I just got home and I noticed that some of the food in our refrigerator was missing. Well, what was I supposed to do? You weren't there when I got to your house, and I wasn't going to wait outside on a day as hot as today. So I took the spare key I got from Keith and let myself in. Wait a second, Keith gave you a spare key to our house? I haven't heard anything about that. When did this happen? A little while before he went on his business trip. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to talk to Keith about that. But what about the food? Did you take anything out of the fridge? I figured that since I was never going to get as much as a simple thank you out of you, I might as well get some kind of reward for my kindness. So I started looking around for whatever looked good, and when I opened the fridge, wow, did I ever find it. Yeah, you can say that again. You took the pack of A5 Wagyu beef that my parents sent me. I was planning on having that for dinner tonight. Aw, what's the matter, Mary? Are you upset that I took your precious steaks? Well then, I guess you should have come home sooner. Don't tell me you forgot the conversation that we just had a few weeks ago. I was very clear when I told you that you need to call me first before you come. Why won't you listen to me? And not only did you come over without permission, this time you even took food from my fridge? What is wrong with you? Oh, right. One more thing. I'd really appreciate it if you could take care of the garbage I left behind. You know, the stuff that was sitting on your front porch. Don't tell me you missed it. How could I miss it? I couldn't walk in my front door without moving it all out of the way. My garbage day was today, and I completely forgot to put it down by the road. And our garbage day was yesterday. They're not going to come by again for another week. What am I supposed to do with all this stuff until then? I don't know. Put it in your dumpster? This much stuff won't fit in my dumpster. Okay, then buy another dumpster or something. I don't believe this. Believe it or not, it's your problem now. I'll see you again soon, Mary. Keith, we need to talk. I can't deal with this anymore. You need to do something about your sister right now.
How many times do I have to tell you, Mary? Do not text me while I'm at work. Whatever problem you're having right now, it can wait until after I clock out.
No, it can't. This is urgent. Why did you have to go and give Megan a spare key to our house? You should have talked to me about that first, because I would have said no.
First of all, I own the house. I can give a key to anyone I want. I don't need your permission. Second, what's wrong with Megan having a key? This way she can come over to help you out anytime you need her to.
Help me? She's not helping me do anything. She's causing me nothing but trouble. She's been coming over uninvited nearly every single day for the last few weeks without so much as texting me to let me know. I've lost track of how many times I've told her to stop, and she just won't listen. I'm at my wit's end over here. I know it's going to be an awkward conversation for you, but you need to talk to her. Tell her to stop coming to our house.
For the love of God, Mary, this is why you bothered me at work? Exactly what is wrong with my sister coming over to visit you?
Why doesn't anybody listen to me? It's not just that she's visiting. I want her to call before she comes. Is that so much to ask?
Are you really gonna force a family member to make an appointment before she comes to visit, like you're a doctor or something?
She used the exact same excuse. Family or not, she needs to call me first. Do you know what she did today? She came while I wasn't home and let herself in with the key you gave her. She even helped herself to the food in our fridge.
For real, why are you getting so upset about this? The pregnancy hormones must be getting to your brain or something. She's not doing anything wrong.
Yes, she is. There's a specific term for taking someone's things without permission, Keith. Theft. Not to mention trespassing.
Okay, you need to calm down right now. I do not like the way you're talking about my sister. She comes to visit you out of the kindness of her heart, and you're calling her a criminal?
If she had even a single ounce of kindness in her, wouldn't she be kind enough to call me first? I don't get why this is so hard for you to understand.
Oh, trust me, I understand everything. I understand that you just don't want anyone to know what a sloppy housekeeper you are. Don't blame my sister for your inability to keep the house presentable.
Excuse me? Just what is that supposed to mean?
I told you, Mary, I know everything. Megan told me that you've been doing nothing but laying around in bed all day. You aren't cleaning anything, you aren't doing the laundry, you're not washing the dishes, and you're using being pregnant as an excuse. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. If you can't even keep the house clean while pregnant, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it after the kid is born? So stop making excuses, get out of bed, and do your only job. At the very least, you should keep the house clean enough so that it's not a problem for Megan to come over whenever she wants.
You think I'm just slacking off or something? It's not like I want to be in bed all day. I have told you before how awful my morning sickness is. I'm doing the very best that I can right now, but without you here to help me, there are limits to what I'm able to do. It's honestly pretty hurtful that you would think I'm just being lazy.
The truth hurts, huh? Megan told me all about your stupid morning sickness, too. She said that morning sickness isn't even that bad. It's just an excuse that pregnant women use when they don't feel like doing the housework. I'll bet you thought you were gonna have a really easy time of things while I was away. You were planning on just sitting around eating ice cream and watching sappy romance movies, weren't you? Yeah, if I were you, I wouldn't want anyone coming over and seeing me like that either.
That's not true, and you know better than to talk to me like that. At least you should know better, anyway. I wish I weren't this sick all the time. I'd love nothing more than to be up and around getting things ready for once the baby is born. But even in my condition, I've been able to put most of the baby's room together, and I still manage to run the laundry once a week. So I don't really want to hear any complaints from you. You have never done one single thing to help me since I've been pregnant, even before you went on your business trip.
Uh-oh, looks like I struck a nerve. That one stung, huh? You should learn to control that temper of yours, Mary. Getting angry isn't good for the baby.
Why do you think I'm angry, Keith? That's it, I'm done with this conversation. If this is the way you're gonna be, then fine. I'm gonna go and stay with my parents for a while.
You what?
If Megan walks in unannounced on me one more time, I think I'm going to have an aneurysm. But no matter how much I tell her or you about how much it's bothering me, neither of you understand. And now you're trying to tell me how bad my morning sickness is? Please. I'm going somewhere where I can relax and won't have to deal with you two. So tell Megan that there's no point in her coming by the house anymore because I won't be there.
Don't you dare go to your parents' house. I am your husband and I say you are staying home. You're just mad because your cover got blown. If you can't be lazy at home, you're gonna go be lazy somewhere else. Is that what this is? Is this what you're gonna do once the kid is born? Shove all the work onto me and your parents? Mary, I'm talking to you. Answer me. Mary!
Hey there, Mary. I wanted to let you know I just dropped off 5 peppy little kids off at your house. I need to ask you to look after them until tomorrow morning, okay? What the 5 kids? But I thought you only had 1 kid. Well, yeah, but it's not just him. I dropped 4 of his friends off with him. So yeah, we were planning on having a big sleepover tonight at my house, but I have the worst luck. Something really important just came up and I need someone to take care of them for me. I knew that you have absolutely nothing else to do, so I thought you'd be the perfect woman for the job. Even if I wanted to have all of those kids stay at my house tonight, which, believe me, I don't. Unfortunately for you, I can't. I'm just about to head out the door, actually. What? Why? Because I'm heading over to my parents' house, and just so you know, I'll be staying with them for the foreseeable future. Aw, that's too bad. I guess you'll just have to call up your parents and tell them you're not coming after all. Besides, why are you even going there in the first place? I have my reasons. But if you must know, the biggest one is that it's getting harder for me to get up and around with as big as my belly is getting. With Keith away on business, I would feel more comfortable having someone else nearby to help me out. If you want help, I'm right here, aren't I? I'm all the help you could ever ask for. Megan, I would never ask for your help, not in a million years. Why not? Again, I have my reasons. Like what? Give me one. Be specific. I don't need your help because I can always rely on my mom for assistance and advice. But your mom is, 3 decades removed from giving birth? I bet she's forgotten all about it. I, on the other hand, have much more recent experience. So go ahead and tell your parents that you're staying here after all, okay? If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask me. Okay, I guess you're not going to take the hint then. Fine, the reason I'm going to stay with my folks is you. Me? Yes, you. You've been barging into my home uninvited and unannounced at all hours of the day and night. You used the key my idiot husband gave you to let yourself in and help yourself to all of my food. And now you're trying to use me as an overnight babysitting service? I am sick and tired of you, Megan. That's why I'm leaving, to get as far away from you as I can. I have been nothing but generous to you. I know you must be lonely with your husband away. I was just trying to keep you company. And how are you going to eat all that food by yourself? It would have spoiled and gone to waste if I didn't take some of it off your hands for you. As for the kids, this is an incredible opportunity for you. Not many people can get this kind of hands-on experience taking care of kids before having their own. If you could make it through tonight, there is nothing you can't handle. That is the absolute worst series of excuses I have ever heard. They're not excuses. I'm being for real. Trial builds character. I'm doing my best to help you become a better mom, so don't think for a second that I'm gonna let you run away and hide at your parents' house. You desperately need to be whipped into shape, and that's why I brought all these kids here. This is gonna be the best 24-hour training program you could ever hope for. Think about it, cooking for 5 kids, giving them all baths, and putting them all to bed. Like it or not, you're doing this for me. No, I think I'll pass. You don't have a say in the matter. You are not going to your parents' house, and that is final. Actually, I am, and I just locked the front door, so I suggest you come back and pick those kids up as soon as possible. What? They're all just sitting around on our front lawn, and today is another scorcher. You'd better get down here before they start to get dehydrated. Wait, I don't believe this. Are you really intending to abandon all 5 of those kids on your front porch? If I may be so bold, you were the one who abandoned them on my front porch, not me. I'll thank you to not blame me for your boneheaded decisions. But that's not how this was supposed to work. I just asked you to take care of those kids for me. That means they're your responsibility. The ball's in your court now. You did not ask me to take care of them. You dropped them off at my house and demanded I take care of them. I have no responsibility at all to look after them. You didn't pass the ball to me. You just set it down in the middle of the court. Now, if you'll excuse me, I am just about to get in the car. You must be totally out of your mind. Don't you get what's going on right now? You have 5 kids at your house who need someone to take care of them. And that someone is you. How can you even think about driving off in this situation? It's easy, really. All I have to do is think of how great it's going to be to finally get rid of you and your toxic insensitivity. That's so exciting, it almost makes me completely forget that I've been sick to my stomach since this morning. Then, what about the kids? What are you going to do about them? Nothing. The plan was originally for them to spend the night at your house, wasn't it? So just have the sleepover at your house. Problem solved. But I told you, something really important came up, and the kids are at your house right now. They're on your property. That means they're your responsibility. Wow, you sure are desperate to pass off responsibility on this, aren't you? Fine, I'll be the responsible party. Someone has to look after them. So you've finally given up, huh? I knew you'd come around eventually. You can't say no to me. Okay, so take good care of them for me. I'll see you tomorrow. Huh? No, I'm not going to take care of them. I'm going to report this to the police. What? The police? I'll tell them that some woman just abandoned 5 children on my property. I'm sure they'll be along soon enough to pick the kids up. Okay, so I'm getting in the car for real now. Bye, Megan. You actually called the police? Like, you actually called the police? Do you have any idea how much trouble I'm in right now because of you? Nope, and I don't care very much either. It's not my problem. Oh, sure, maybe it's not your problem, but it's all your fault. The cops called all their parents to come and pick them up. So what do you think happened after that? Their moms are all calling me and screaming their heads off at me. Yeah, I'd get mad too if I were in their situation. They thought they were dropping off their kids for a sleepover, but ended up having to go to the police station? That would totally ruin an evening. It isn't my fault, though. You were the one who drove away with all those kids playing around in front of your house. But everyone is mad at me instead of you. The cops and the other moms are all treating me like I'm some kind of psycho. What's going on? Why is everyone so angry at me? Wow, you still don't think you did anything wrong? Plus, the other moms all took their money back. Oh, this sucks. I was on my way to go shopping with the money they gave me when the police called. I thought I was going to get some alone time for the first time in forever. You ruined my perfect plan, Mary. Wait a minute, what did you just say about money? Oh no, don't tell me you took money from them for letting their kids stay at your house. Of course I did. What's wrong with that? You think I'm going to let all their little rugrats stay at my house for free? I gotta feed them, don't I? I'm not paying to feed someone else's kids. So I had them all give me $50 each. Ah, now I get it. So your plan was to pocket the money that their moms gave you and push the work of actually looking after them onto me. And that's not even the worst part. The cops told my husband about this too. He called me and said he's leaving work early and that we need to have a talk. Now he's gonna give me some stupid lecture too, I just know it. What if he wants to divorce me over this, Mary? What am I supposed to do now? I don't know. I don't think I'm the one to ask for marriage advice, seeing as though I'm getting divorced too. Huh? You and Keith are getting divorced? Duh. Did you think I was gonna stay with a man who won't even protect me from his obnoxious sister? I'd rather raise this baby alone than deal with your family. I'm out.
Mary! What's the meaning of this? You're divorcing me? What are you thinking?
Do I need to spell it out for you? I'm thinking that I want to get divorced.
But why now? This is way too sudden. The baby's gonna be born soon.
That's why I need to get this done as soon as possible. I can't even stand being married to you as things are, having to raise a child together with you? Yeah, that's not happening. I want to get divorced as soon as possible.
No.
I told you, didn't I? I told you that she was being unreasonable, but did you listen to me? No. Instead, you insulted me. You called me lazy and told me to clean the house for her.
Well?
Did you hear the voicemail I left you yesterday? Your sociopathic sister dumped 5 little kids on our lawn and told me to look after them. The police got involved in everything, but you didn't care in the least. Your only response was a text saying, quote, "Wow, that's crazy." Yeah, it is crazy. And I'd have to be crazy to stay married to a pathetic loser like you for one more second.
Wait, let's calm down, okay? Don't you think divorce is going a bit overboard? I had no idea things were this bad.
I told you things were this bad so many times. I told you that your sister was a psycho, and I told you that I was feeling sick every day.
Yeah, but it's just, I thought you were exaggerating about Megan coming over all the time, and she told me morning sickness wasn't that bad, and I figured she'd know, having had a kid of her own and all.
I am your wife, Keith. She is your sister. You would take the word of your sister over your own wife?
I mean...
I don't care what you mean. I want a divorce. Can I just point out that you have yet to say the words, "I'm sorry" to me? All you've done is make excuses.
I was going to apologize. I'll do it right now. I'm sorry, Mary. I should have been a better husband to you, and I'm gonna be better from now on. You'll see. So please don't divorce me. I've been looking forward to meeting our baby for so long.
Don't worry, you'll get to meet him during your regular visitations. But I'm not compromising on getting divorced. We are through. If you're worried about being lonely without me, though, don't be. Word on the street is that your sister is heading for divorce, too. I'm sure the two of you will be able to comfort each other during these trying times. Keith resisted the divorce at first. After a while, though, his parents got involved. They knew about everything that had happened, and they told him that the only way to make up for what he'd done to me was to divorce me on my own terms. Thanks to them, I got all the alimony and child support I asked for. As for Megan, she lost the trust of her entire group of friends over what she did. Not only that, but her husband found out that she had been leaving their son alone and going out shopping by herself while he wasn't home. So, like I said, they're in divorce proceedings right now as well. And from the sound of things, it's not looking good for her getting even shared custody. I know that it's usually best for kids to be in a home with both of their loving parents, but the past few weeks have made me realize that sometimes there are parents that kids are better off without.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.